Intelligence agencies have been serving against possible internal and external threats. However, not all of these intelligence agencies are the same. Some of these are known better than others. These agencies will be based on absolute determination on dealing with problems swiftly. Many of us really don't know about different intelligence agencies in the world. So here we have gathered details to classify the top 10 intelligence agencies in the world. Ministry of State Security (MSS) is a Chinese intelligence agency. The first agency that made to our top intelligence agencies in the world is the Ministry of State Security (MSS). It was formed in 1983. It is the Security and Intelligence Agency of China. It is headquartered in Beijing and has 17 known bureaus or divisions, including a counterintelligence division and a social research division. Role of MSS. The Ministry of State Security (MSS) plays a vital role in the following aspects: censoring the internet in China, cutting off the population from the outside world, allowing the government to control what influences the Chinese people. The agency is also responsible for handling internal opposition and anything that might cause citizens to rebel against the ruling Communist Party. The MSS is heavily involved in economic spying, with Chinese telecommunications giant Huawei being a prime suspect in helping the agency gather intelligence from around the world. With over 100,000 intelligence personnel both inside and outside China, the MSS has been able to play its part effectively, especially in regards to national security. Australian Secret Intelligence Service (ASIS). Top intelligence agencies in the world. Another service to make in our top intelligence agencies is the Australian Secret Intelligence Service (ASIS). It is headquartered in Canberra under the equivalent of the Central Intelligence Agency. Role of ASIS. The Australian Secret Intelligence Service (ASIS) has been dealing with the following. ASIS mainly deals with international or foreign intelligence and typically coordinates with other similar agencies around the world. Like many other intelligence agencies, the ASIS has been involved in a number of incidents in the past. One of the most notable was in Papua New Guinea almost 3 decades ago. Allegedly, the ASIS has been trying to suppress independent movements in the country. The agency was also involved in the September 1973 Chilean coup d'état, despite being ordered to pull out months earlier. The ASIS was formed in 1952, though the public remained unaware of its existence until 1972 when the Australian tabloid newspaper The Daily Telegraph exposed the agency. Canadian Security Intelligence Service (CSIS) also made to our top 10 intelligence agencies. Canada is one of the safest countries in the world, for which most of the credit goes to the Canadian Security Intelligence Service, the main intelligence agency in Canada. Role of CSIS. The Canadian Security Intelligence Service (CSIS) has been dealing in the following aspects. The CSIS handles everything related to Canada's national security. CSIS's duties include collecting intelligence, running covert operations, and advising the government on potential security threats. The CSIS is also Canada's representative in the Five Eyes, an intelligence alliance between the US, the UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. The Five Eyes is considered one of the most extensive espionage alliances in history. Based in Ottawa, Ontario, the CSIS collects information from around the world and clears out anything that might pose a threat to Canada and its citizens. CSIS, however, holds a reputation for being too aggressive when it comes to running its activities in the name of national security. Research and Analysis Wing (RAW) is also one of the top intelligence agencies in the world. It is the foreign intelligence agency of India, which probably has the least noticeable name out of all intelligence agencies in the world. However, RAW is one of the most capable in the world. Role of RAW formed in 1968 to specifically deal with foreign intelligence. The RAW plays an instrumental role in keeping India protected against terrorist attacks and monitoring developments in other countries which could directly affect India. The RAW regularly coordinates with other intelligence agencies and presumably has intelligence offices stationed all over the world. In particular, the agency regularly communicates with other well-known agencies such as the Central Intelligence Agency and Mossad in regard to monitoring Pakistan's nuclear program and to disrupt peace in Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka and Nepal. Another position among our top 10 intelligence agencies list in the world goes to Directorate-General for External Security (DGSE), which is basically operating under the French Ministry of Defense and is the French equivalent of the Central Intelligence Agency. Role of DGSE. The Directorate-General for External Security (DGSE) deals in the following aspects. DGSE mainly deals with foreign intelligence and issues, with the Directorate-General for Internal Security handling domestic affairs. The DGSE conducts all manners of activities and operations relating to national security, which include running human intelligence operations and signals intelligence operations. Almost all agency operations are kept under a veil of secrecy and away from the public eye. The DGSE played a significant role during the Rwandan Civil War in the 1990s. The agency had a task of spreading false information, which laid the groundwork for increased French involvement during the late stages of the war. The DGSE also had a role during the Kosovo War between the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia and the Kosovo Liberation Army. Our top 10 intelligence agencies list also includes Federal Intelligence Service (BND). The Bundesnachrichtendienst, or the Federal Intelligence Service, is the foreign intelligence agency of Germany. It was formed in 1956 and directly reports to the German Chancellery. Role of BND. The Federal Intelligence Service (BND) deals in the following operations. Being the only overseas intelligence agency in the country, it is responsible for gathering both military and civil intelligence. The BND is tasked with detecting all possible threats to German interests and national security from overseas. The agency gathers information on terrorism, nuclear weapons and other weapons of mass destruction, organized crime, drug and illegal human trafficking, and illegal migration. The BND is known for mainly utilizing wiretapping and electronic espionage to collect information, a tactic often scrutinized by the public. Another contender in our top intelligence agencies is the Secret Intelligence Service (CSIS). The Secret Intelligence Service is the foreign intelligence agency of the UK. It is commonly known as MI6 and is one of the most popular agencies on this list. The MI6 was formed more than 100 years ago, making it one of the oldest intelligence agencies in the world. Role of CSIS. The CSIS or MI6 deals in the following operations. Like almost all the other agencies on this list, the MI6 primarily deals with external affairs, leaving internal affairs to the MI5. The MI6 gathers and analyzes information from overseas. It focuses on information related to terrorism, nuclear weapons, drug trafficking, organized crime, and other activities that could threaten the UK's interests and national security. It also coordinates with other foreign intelligence agencies such as the Central Intelligence Agency. Its track record is far from immaculate, however. In recent years, it has been involved in controversies relating to how it handles its operations. One of the top intelligence agencies in the world is the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA. It is the foreign intelligence agency of the U.S. It collects information from overseas, with minimal information collection within the country. The CIA was formed in 1947, making it one of the oldest intelligence agencies on this list. Role of CIA. The Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, has been serving in the following aspects. The agency is tasked with monitoring overseas developments that might threaten the U.S., especially relating to terrorism and nuclear weapons and other weapons of mass destruction. The agency also handles counterintelligence and cyber warfare. Apart from gathering information, the CIA also runs covert paramilitary operations. The agency has been involved in numerous scandals and controversies over the years. Mossad also ranks amongst top intelligence agencies of the world. It is the National Intelligence Agency of Israel. It is one of the three branches of the Israeli intelligence community, the other two being Shin Bet and Amman, which handles internal security and military intelligence. Role of Mossad. Mossad deals in the following operations. Mossad mainly deals with foreign intelligence, collecting information on overseas developments that might threaten Israeli interests and security. The agency runs covert operations and has its own counter-terrorism unit, the Kidon. Like other foreign intelligence agencies, Mossad cooperates with other similar entities from other countries. It has been reported that Mossad cooperates with Middle Eastern countries, with the common topic being Iran's nuclear program. Mossad has also cooperated with the Central Intelligence Agency and the Research and Analysis Wing in the past. The Inter-Services Intelligence (ISI) is the premier intelligence agency of Pakistan, operationally responsible for gathering, processing, and analyzing national security information. The ISI is the largest intelligence agency in the world in terms of total staff. While the total number has never been made public, experts estimate around 10,000 officers and staff, which does not include informants or assets. As one of the principal members of the Pakistani intelligence community, the IISI reports to the Director-General and is primarily focused on providing intelligence for the government of Pakistan. It is this lack of any knowledge about the ISI's functions and capabilities that gives it an edge. The IISI has always been unpredictable in what it has done. A significant measure to ensure this unpredictability is to make sure that no DGISI serves for more than 3 years. And the ISI has not failed in preventing attacks on its own country. It is largely due to the ISI's highly accurate targeting information that the Armed Forces Intelligence Bases Operations (IBOs) secured huge gains in such a short time and reduced terrorist activity and presence by more than 50%. Role of ISI. Collection of information and extraction of intelligence from information. Obtaining information critical to Pakistan's strategic interests.